Hello, how y'all doing this evening? I'm gonna be going live a lot later on in the evening because I have a lot going on and stuff I'll be having to do. I'm working on some projects, so I don't be able to go live till later, and it's actually working better and best for me to go live later. How you guys doing? How you doing? How you doing? I am Queen Lillie. Welcome to my live. We are talking about who? Donald Trump and his misfits. His regime is starting to crumble, in my opinion. The Donald Trump regime is starting to crumble. Hello, King LaSwan. Hello, King Allen. Hello, everybody. How y'all doing this evening? I hope you're doing very well. You are blessed and highly favored, and I pray that you have a prosperous life, your entire family. We got a lot to cover because the MAGA Republicans and Donald Trump is still up to their shenanigans. But I'm going to tell you, God got something for him. Yes, he do. Yes, he does. And yes, he do. You know, because, you know, they right now they have a black woman held hostage. Miss Collier, a representative of Texas, they have her held hostage, and it's illegal. What Donald Trump and his goonies are doing is illegal. But the white man feels I got control of everything. I run this world. No, baby. God run the world. Who run the world? God. The black woman. Because we was here before everybody else. Yeah. Yes, God. Black people was here before anyone else was here. We got a lot to cover, y'all. Let me know how y'all doing in the chat. Hello, Miss. Hello, Queen Miss Bugs. I miss you, beautiful. Hello. Who we covering today? Donald Trump and his misfits, his goonies, him and his clowns for the circus. That's what the MAGA Republicans are, clowns. Yes, they are. As you guys come in, hit that like button for me. Show me love, support me. Hit the like button as you coming in to serve in my church. Thank you, King Ralph. Thank you for the super sticker. Thank you. I love you. I love all of y'all. Hit that like button as you coming in. If you'd like to donate to my channel, you can send me super chats and super stickers. And my Venmo is in the description. If you have Venmo, you can send me something through Venmo. Yes, you can send me something through Venmo. Also, my PayPal link is in the description. You can send me something through PayPal as well. Bless me. We all need a little bit of money here and there, baby. But we're going to be getting started, y'all, you beautiful kings and queens. We're going to be getting started in just a moment. Again, I am Queen Lillie. Welcome, each and every last one of you beautiful kings and queens. Thank you for coming to my castle. Give me just a moment. We're going to be getting started. Hold on, y'all. Just a little while longer. Uh-oh. Allow everything to upload. Yes, hit that like button, you guys. Come out the bushes and hit the like button. Come on now. Stop coming over here. What's that word they use from Louisiana? I'll think of it in a minute. I'm trying to remember so much I got to say about this old monkey here. Pale-faced monkey Donald Trump. Whew, Lord, it's a lot going on. They got unlawful restraints and everything going on. That's what's going on in America, y'all. That's what's going on. What we got going on in America? Illegal restraints against a black woman. That is what's happening in America. Yes, it is. That's exactly what is happening.
Representative Nicole Collier is currently being held hostage by Texas Republicans. They have literally locked her in the Texas chamber until she signs a release form that would release her into DPS custody. Basically, she would have a state trooper following her around all the time, all because she exercised her right to deny quorum. All right? It's perfectly legal to do so. But Republicans are willing to continue to hold this black woman hostage because, of course,
she's been in hostage now over 24 hours.
They're going to continue to hold her hostage until they get their way and gerrymander and dilute the voices of black and brown people here in Texas. She is not a criminal. She should not have to sign a release form, okay? And if you are in Texas, I'm going to have some actions that are going to be updated down below. I need you to make noise about this, okay? She's in there by herself. There is nobody there. Black women have been the forefront of every civil rights movement that this country and many other countries have ever had. We owe them a debt that will never be repaid. So right now, make sure you're making the noise to
make your
recognize
voice
her
heard.
and what she's doing and the wrongs that Abbott and his little fucking goons are doing against her.
And I'm being serious, every race needs to thank the black woman. We don't just fight for black people. The black woman fight for every race. When the white woman comes to the black woman and asks her to stand with them, what does the black woman do? She stands with that white woman and her constituents, her family, her loved ones. We need all of y'all to stand for Mrs. Collier. Do the right thing for once and stand with what's right.
Republicans in Texas are holding a black state lawmaker captive in the Capitol building. Republicans had insisted that all of the Democratic state lawmakers sign a piece of paper saying that a Gestapo agent could follow them around to make sure they didn't leave the state again before they could gerrymander the maps. And I guess all the other Democrats signed it, which is pretty pussy, cowardly move to leave the black woman all alone by herself in the state capitol with the fucking Gestapo Yahtzee party, okay? Let's get to the crux of what this really means, okay? Locking a black state lawmaker in the Capitol until she signs a piece of paper.
It's illegal,
that says
unlawful.
law enforcement can follow her around 24/7 to make sure that
She
she
could
shows up
stand her
so that they can
ground, if you know what I
gerrymander maps
mean.
in order to steal the 2026
That's
election.
kidnapping.
Donald Trump knows he's going to lose, and that's the only way he can maintain the House. But a quick point to that. There's no way you're going to maintain the House. 5 isn't going to be enough. And California is going to take those 5 back anyway, dumbass.
And the American people, we will fight for what's right. And how do we fight? We get out there and vote. We get others to vote. Donald Trump and his goonies, those clowns, they are afraid. Donald Trump knows that his sick policies and bills have taken him under. Well, a vast majority of MAGA have turned their back on him. The educated MAGAs have. Not the ones with the snaggletooth and the pot bellies and the booty doos. No. It is time to fight back America. You don't have to accept anything that you don't have to accept. And that's the example that Representative Collier is setting for our people. May the church say amen. Give me an amen in the chat.
You are locked there. They have locked you in there and saying they're not letting you leave until you basically sign a permission slip. Can you tell us what's going on? What's happening right now?
Oh, I heard she filed a
The
lawsuit.
explanation that you provided is very accurate. Today, when
May the church
quorum
say
was
amen.
restored, the speaker announced that those who had left the state for breaking quorum would be required to sign a permission slip agreeing to be released into the custody of
I admire
DPS
her for
so that
fighting
they
like
can ensure
this.
the return
Stand your
of
ground, women.
those members so that they can have a quorum on Wednesday to pass those racist maps. I refuse. I just refuse to sign this piece of paper. I'm not a criminal. I'm exercising my First Amendment right to resist in my speech. And so I refuse to sign. And so I was told that I was going to have to stay here on the floor. They have locked the doors.
That is kidnapping, illegal.
Allow me to leave.
But the
And so
white
I
man
have
thinks because
permission
he's
for
white
permission
and
slip.
mediocre, he
Now,
can do
since
what
we
he wants
started,
to do.
I have been informed that I could go to my office. So I have authority to go to my office or back to the floor as long as I'm escorted by a sergeant, and DPS will be following me.
This woman is not a criminal. Never been a criminal. Who is a criminal? Donald J. Trump. And if you recall, Marjorie Taylor Greene said that a vast majority of the MAGA Republican men have done crimes and has been swept under the rug by the other leaders in the MAGA Republican Party. I will say, and in my belief, in my opinion, the vast majority of the MAGA Republicans are criminals. Donald Trump is the biggest criminal in this country. Must I refresh your memory? He has more felonies than Jeffrey Dahmer. More. You can't show me a black man that has as many felonies as Donald J. Trump. No. And he erases it that. A rotten, stale old man with wrinkled, crusty, gray hair all over his balls. And I stand in that. I'm not afraid. If you can't handle the truth, you want to get your ass up out of here.
Well. It's Tuesday, baby, and I'm sure by now you've seen the tea about what's going on in Texas, baby.
Be
So I
sure
need you
to
to say
follow
something with
Christina
me
Talks
expeditiously.
T.
Unlawful restraint. That's right. That's a charge, baby. That's a charge for the rolling trick Greg Abbott. He issued
Lock him
unlawful
up.
orders and then unlawfully imprisoned or restrained, depending on what state you are in, dear. And in Texas, it's called unlawful restraint. But either way, he issued unlawful
It's kidnapping.
orders. When Nicole Collier did not comply with unlawful orders, he unlawfully restrained her within the confines of the state house. Now, unlawful restraint in the state of Texas can be anything from a misdemeanor to a felony. But when you compile unlawful restraint with unlawful orders, it's a felony charge, baby. It's a felony charge. That's right. It's time to go gather up the rolling trick and give him his silver bracelets today and roll his ass away.
A wheelchair thug
Because he
is
just committed
Abbott.
a felony.
I guess he'll be a felony
So strange.
like Donald Trump.
As I hear people all upset today about what's going on in Texas, but I have yet to hear anybody say unlawful restraint. Every day I question going back to law school. Every single day I question this now. Because I'm watching all across the U.S. of A. As our law and order, our checks and balances crumble in every kind of way, I'm seeing lawyers step up to the plate, but they're not saying the right things. They're distracted by the flood in the zone, I guess, baby. Because it's fucking clear to me. It's clear. It's the first thing I thought, dear. Unlawful restraint can be a felony in Texas. Compiled with unlawful orders, dear, felony is on its way. Go get Greg Abbott today.
Take him away.
Fire with fire is how the fuck we play. They want to burn down our democracy?
They don't want Obama with the B, huh?
It's gone, honey. There is no more democracy here.
Nope.
So it's time to get our hands dirty, dear. Well.
Right now, we can't play nice anymore. See, the Democrats always play nice and bow down. Get the molasses out your ass, Democrats. Fight. That's the only way you're going to win. And don't fight on their level. Fight on a worse level than them. Be more evil than them. Curse thee, them. One moment. Remove the regime. Remove the regime. Remove the regime.
But I'll go backstage.
How?
before the show.
This is how we're going to take Donald Trump out of that White House.
Young girls.
Welcome back.
I think she worked at the spa.
He stole her in that same old place.
No one
Remove Donald Trump.
Epstein.
Remove Mike Johnson.
Grab him by the pussy. Do everything.
You black men on Grindr, contact me because I know he's been after you. He want that black eggplant. Flood the halls of Congress. Do what you need to do. Fight back. Call your local Congress Monday through Friday. Because we are being abused by the MAGA Republicans. Donald Trump is abusing the American people. He will never see heaven. He talking about he gonna go to hell. Oh, you gonna bust hell wide open, Donald Trump. You have no soul. You are a soulless little pale boy with an orange face and a small peen and a busted behind. Because you like to get it roughed up real bad, don't you, boy? Bussy boy, like to grab pussy. One moment. I rebuke state courts upon the MAGA Republicans.
This black woman surrounded by these three white folks in this empty room is State Representative of Texas, Nicole Collier. And
I rebuked
state
curse
she's
amongst the MAGA Republicans.
Who's going to be chaperoning her around the state's capital here in Texas, proverbially getting a lick back. Texas Republicans said, oh, y'all want to lead the state and mess up the quorum? Oh, yeah, we're going to paternalize
the white man think he can do whatever he want to do. I rebuke state curse upon the MAGA Republicans.
Sign the release form or else. The millennial in me makes me think about all the countries that this government has invaded. I'm talking about
I rebuke state curse among the MAGA Republicans.
In the name of bringing democracy, quote unquote. People that look like me, y'all seen what's going on in our community? Everyday folks being harassed in D.C. by militarized police in the nation's capital. And then in the state capital of Texas, you have elected officials that look just like us being what? Terrorized as well. This black woman surrounded by these three white folks in this empty room.
I love President Joe Biden.
Texas, Nicole Collier. And she's not going to be able to leave this room until she signs a release form where she's giving custody to herself to DPS, who's going to be chaperoning her around the state's capital here in Texas, proverbially getting a lick back. Texas Republicans said, oh, y'all want to lead the state and mess up the quorum? Oh, yeah, we're going to paternalize y'all like some children and make sure you got to sign a consent form, a release form.
It ain't about a consent form, baby. It's about the white man think, oh, you black women, you're getting too educated, black women. Black women are the smartest in this country. Look it up. The most educated in this country. While the mediocre white man gets mad. Go change your diaper. Sit down and take some lessons. Put the pacifier in your mouth and take the eggplant out. You dumb. So, I love to see queens stand together. That is the only way we will win the war against Trump and his terroristic group, MAGA Republicans.
We're free for now.
They were jailed. These representatives was jailed by the MAGA Republicans.
We're free for now.
These women, they were in the county jail. They have been released. They were jailed by the MAGA Republicans. That's what happened. I rebuke, curse upon the MAGA Republicans. What they put on the Democrats, reverse and return the sender 10 times. So this is something I'm going to read to y'all. Article 2, Section 4 says, if the president is impeached for treason, the vice president and all the civil officers will be removed. I'm going to read that again because this is what needed to happen to Donald Trump and all his goonies, them thugs in the MAGA Republican positions. Article 2, Section 4. If the president is impeached for treason, you hear me? The vice president, the one wanting his toenails painted pink, and the civil officers, those demons, shall be removed. So they need to take Donald Trump down for treason. He already showed us that with Putin. He's done so much already that he should have been kicked out the White House by kicked in his butt. Donald Trump should be locked up. He should have been locked up. But what saved this old crusty man is he's a white man and white people approve of his BS. When he's the worst on the earth and you will never see God, never hear Jesus Christ's voice because you are a reprobated mind, Donald Trump. You ain't gonna ever see heaven. You're disgusting in so many forms, and I rebuked you. Curse upon thee. So, yes, queen, this queen right here. Yes, that day just may come soon. Holding a black woman hostage. God's going to tear your kingdom down, Donald Trump. All of you MAGA Republicans, God is going to tear your kingdom down. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Tenfold return everything you put on the Democrats. It shall return to you, you rotten people. You've been that way out from your ancestors. You're dirt, you're trash, the bottom of the trash can, the gum at the bottom.
Tonight, I say this to my Republican colleagues who are defending the indefensible. There will come a day when Donald Trump is gone, but your
Take him,
dishonor
Lord.
will remain. Tonight,
Take him in his sleep,
I say
God.
this to my Republican colleagues who are defending the indefensible. There will come a day when Donald Trump is gone, but your dishonor will remain. Tonight, I say this to my Republican colleagues who are defending the indefensible. There will come a day when Donald Trump is gone, but your dishonor will remain. Tonight, I say this to my
The Republican Party don't exist. It's the MAGA Republican Party. The rotten, spoiled tomatoes. That's what you see today. They are nothing but some thugs. Kristi Noem, a thug. Pam Bundy, covering for a man that just may be a pedo or a PDF, thug. Cash Patel, thug. You're covering for Donald Trump, and y'all know the truth. What has happened to some young girls? And you cover for a man that is very, very dangerous. Donald Trump is a menace to society, and I stand in it. He would never make it to heaven. He cursed God every time he opened that mouth. And right now, Government Abbott has cursed God by locking that black woman up in there like she's a dog or an animal. When you come from the Caucasus Mountain and you ate meat like a dog, that's the dog, you, Abbott.
Trump is invited a war criminal who slaughters children every day by targeting daycare centers and schools.
Hit that like button.
And Donald Trump's like, no, we're going to talk. It's good. We're going to talk. We're gonna swap some land, and I'm going to give him part of Alaska's minerals. Donald Trump is invited a war criminal who slaughters children every day by targeting daycare centers and schools and hospitals. And Donald Trump's like, no, we're going to talk. It's good. We're going to talk. We're gonna swap some land.
Don't talk, Donnie, because every time you open your mouth, you make America sick. We can smell your breath through our cell phones and television. Don't talk. You're not even intelligent enough. You low IQ. You're a bad genes. Shut your mouth. Shut it. Don't talk. Just let Marco Rubio speak. He at least have intelligence. Low IQ, Donald Trump. The pissy depends. Diaper done. Little Ping. Also, what's his name? Little Ping. Most of them are.
About the Epstein files, you want to see them released?
Oh yeah, release every bit of that shit.
You got nothing to hide. Why are you hiding it? I want to see them released, but I don't think they'll ever be released because I think someone's name's all over them.
I think Trump's involved in it.
Absolutely. I think that there's going to be a lot of ugly stuff that's going to be revealed, and if Trump is so worried about having them revealed, then maybe we ought to know.
The law should be for everyone. And it should not a special set for me, special set for you, special set for whoever's in political power. The law is the law, and it should be applied equally.
Release them.
You know what, Trump?
How do you feel about the Epstein
You and your
files?
goon is supposed to be nothing but a gangster party. Release the files. If you gangster enough, Donnie, I'm a woman. I'm probably more gangster than you. And I don't even hang out in the street. I don't drink. I don't smoke. None of that. Never done any of that. That's why I look young. You nothing but a gangster party. You and the whole MAGA Republican Party released the Epstein files. Unredacted. Stand in it. You bad enough. You a thug gangster in the Oval Office. Got your mug shot put up. Proud to be a felon, aren't you? You're proud to be a felon, a 34-count felon. Show me a black man with 34 felonies. Pound Bundy. Any of those black men in Congress, show me if they got 34 felonies. Show me. You can't. The white man in the Oval Office, Donald Trump, ain't nothing but a thug. With bad breath and knees and cankles. What we see, this is what we're watching, what we see is the Texas Democratic women ripping up their permission slips because they was forced to sign permission slips. And Nicole Collier refused to sign it. That would have been me. But I tell you what, I'd be damned if somebody would have kidnapped me. I would fuck you up. Those Republicans, this little black woman, 5'2", 105'3", 130 pounds, they would not have locked me in a building. It wouldn't have happened. And I stand in that. Nobody's going to put their hand on me. That woman shouldn't allow them to make her stay in there. She have every right to defend herself. But because she's a black woman, the white man think, we're going back to slavery, little gal. Bend over and let me get under that skirt. That's what you pretty much was doing. Because the white man is a nasty man. He been nasty and come all the way from his ancestors. Because he knows no better. It's in his bloodstream to be a nasty son of a bitch. We will fight back. And how you fight back? You make sure you call your local senator's office. You make sure that you get out there and vote and tell people to vote. Vote for what's right. Vote for that's going to work for every race, not just for the white man, because Donald Trump is only about white people. But what you white goonies in my chat do not realize, everything he's trying to do to hurt black people. It domino effects on your little ping. Your booty do. With your flat butts. It dominoes back to you. You're not bright. You're too selfish to see what is going on. Think. Because right now, food prices high as a MFA. And you ordered, and you pretty much gave that man your life when you voted him in there. It's like you ordered somebody that gave you some bad food. It's like having a DoorDash and they bring you something that makes you sick, which DoorDash is good. Use your brain for once and know that this man is not good for our country. We must keep our foot across his fat, bussy neck. He walking around with his neck looking like a PUSSY while he out there trying to grab PUSSY, you nasty old man. You're just nasty. Let's listen to something that Governor Newsom has to say, because he has something for Donald Trump.
By the way, what I said in that tweet, there's some merit. This is also real. Read between those lines. What the House Oversight just asked me to provide, I did provide. And I think it's very interesting. And so that conversation with Trump is going to be made public. Sorry, Mr.
Oh,
President.
we need it. Give it to us, baby.
That's what happens when you weaponize government. And by the way, what I said in that tweet, there's some merit. This is also real. Read between those lines. What the House Oversight just asked me to provide, I did provide.
Thank you, Governor Newsom. I can't wait till he be our new president. If our queen, VP Kamala Harris, she may not want to run for president again, I would love to have this handsome white man. Because Donald Trump is an ugly old white man. He been ugly all his life. All the way from his mama to his daddy, just butt ugly. I come from a dark-skinned, chocolate, beautiful black woman. But his parents was ugly, and Donald Trump is just as butt ugly, too. Don't catch him without the makeup. Oh, Lord. Donald Trump without that orange makeup is a sight to see. Go put your clown makeup on, Dunny boy. Go change your diaper. put this? Okay, let me, hold on. Somebody just sent me a super, hold on, my hair. I'm sweating. My hair is long, so it makes me sweat. Somebody said government Newsom for president. That's what I'm talking about. Say it loud. That's what I'm talking about. We don't want no more old men with cankles. They tried to hide his cankles when he was having a meeting with Zelensky. They strategically placed that model plane on the table, thinking we won't notice his cankles. Well, honey, Donnie, you're fat and you got fat ankles. And your knees big too. And that stomach, no matter how many girdles they say you're wearing that diaper, we can still see you fat. Even though you camouflage it with a big old dress coat. And honey, ninja, you're fat and funky. Sit in it. So, rising food prices. That's what we have because of Donald Trump. He promised you, MAGA, that he will lower the prices. Honey. There's no lower food prices. What has happened? The prices of food has gone up. And this is by Rolling Stone. Rising food prices are likely to continue thanks to Trump's trade wars. Yeah, him and his terrors. Those beautiful terrors came from his paper-thin lips. So it says the Bureau of Labor Statistics data shows food prices have spiked. And wholesale prices of fresh and dry vegetables increased by nearly 40% last month. The biggest increase in the last 3 years. Why? Donald Trump's tariffs. You remember MAGA, those big, beautiful tariffs that he talked about? Yeah, that thug talked about. The criminal, when he talked about removing criminals from D.C., when he the biggest criminal. Yeah, that man, that monkey raised the price with his tariffs. The tariffs he said that China would pay. No, baby. No, illiterate white folks from MAGA, racist people. It was Donnie that put it on us, the American people. We're paying higher price. You big dummies.
Mail-in ballots, well, you can never have a real democracy with mail-in ballots. And we, as a Republican Party, are going to do everything possible.
Everything to destroy the American people.
We can't have a democracy with mail-in ballots. About a dozen nations, including Canada and Germany, would like to have a word with Donald Trump. Trump announced today that with an executive order that he has yet to write, he's going to try to eliminate mail-in ballots, machine ballots nationwide. That's never going to hold up in court, even in this Supreme Court. What's he up to? First off, Trump does not believe in democracy. Not for America, not for the world. He'd rather have a few alpha males control their own regions like mafia bosses. He'd control North America,
yeah, he a thug.
Control Europe, and a guy whose name rhymes with D would control Asia. Is that your dream world? I didn't think so. Not mine either. Personally, I happen to like freedom. So if his goal isn't democracy, why is Trump pushing this idea of an executive order about ballots that would be unconstitutional? Because
Trump is unconstitutional.
And the GOP can both read the tea leaves. And both of them know that if an election is held in 2026, and it will be held, they will lose the House. When they lose the House, Trump wants people to claim yet again that the election was rigged. Why? Because of mail-in and machine ballots. And then, mark my words, just like in 2020, he's going to take it to the courts and then likely do something worse. History shows that once these dictators get in office, man, they hold on tight. They won't let go. But there's
Bussy boy don't want to leave. He's going to cry.
And doesn't take good care of himself.
Trump is a bussy boy.
I really said that. But even if we do get lucky, or we don't, we're still going to have to work hard. First, we have to win the 2026 midterms. And then we're going to continue to have to be strong.
Mail-in ballots, well, you can never have.
When he talking about the mail-in ballots, that's just a loser talking. The man that couldn't keep his wife in the bed with him. Who wants to lay in the bed with somebody and they smelly? Nobody. Who wants to lay in the bed with somebody and they can't even get on hard? Nobody. Nobody. Hit that like button because I'm in here giving you what you want and giving you what you need. Hit that like button. Let's listen to one of my senators in Georgia, baby. That's right. Amen. Senator Warnock.
Wanted because they have horrible policy. If you have mail-in voting, you're not going to have many Democrats get elected. That's bigger than anything having to do with redistricting, believe me.
So he's saying the quiet part out loud. Donald Trump is demonstrating that he knows,
and he's dog whistling too,
and that they are causing pain in communities all across our country. So right now, instead of changing his policies, he's trying to change the rules, calling up governors of states, telling them to gerrymander districts so that people can't demonstrate their displeasure with his policies. He's trying to doctor the maps after robbing people of their doctors. And now he's saying he wants to get rid of mail-in voting. Donald Trump, what are you afraid of? Are you afraid that the people might actually vote? I'm going to be fighting for voters every single day.
Me too.
And you need to tell everybody you know, voting matters.
Voting matters, y'all.
Stop you. Make sure you register. Make sure everybody you know registers. Make sure you show up and vote.
Democrats want it because they have horrible...
I'm going to tell y'all something. I hate hearing Donald Trump's voice. He make my ass itch. My pretty little tooth itch hearing his voice. And looking at him, I just could throw up.
Next major news right now, Texas Democrat Nicole Collier, who has been literally stuck inside the Texas state capitol because Republicans won't let her leave if she doesn't sign a permission slip allowing law enforcement to escort her out of the capitol. Well, she's suing over illegal confinement.
The white man would try to make a black person a criminal in any form they can.
Travis County, Texas, moments ago, claiming that the state's legislature Republican majority has unlawfully detained her in the state capitol after she refused to consent to 24-hour police surveillance. This is significant news. Many people are waiting for her to call the police or file a lawsuit. Well, she just did. She is demanding that a federal
She filed a lawsuit. She should have put one on Donald Trump.
Essentially deem what Texas Republicans are doing illegal and allow her to leave immediately. We're going to see what happens next, but she is going after Texas Republicans full force. Spread the word.
Subscribe to Aaron Partners. Everything I show you, beautiful kings and queens, is fair use, great for education, and great research purposes, and great entertainment. But we are doing research. Talking about the MAGA Republicans and Donald Humpty Dumpty Trump. That's what we're talking about. Be sure to subscribe to Aaron Partners on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, etc., etc., etc. He is amazing and I love him. But yeah, this is how the white man think. He think, well, I got to figure out a way to stop the black woman from getting that good education. We got to stop her from climbing up the mountain. But we ain't climbing Mammy Mountain. We climbing up the mountain to whip your ass in every form. Education is the weapon. And you don't like that black people out there getting that education, do you, white man? No, you don't like it. No. And when I'm speaking to the white man, that don't mean all of you, baby. That mean the racist ones. Donnie and his gangster party. The MAGA Republican Party. Ain't nothing but a gangster party with them. See, the black woman, because she had to put up with so much, take her every race, she became stronger. And that's where you fucked up at, white people. When you took the black man out of the white homes, the black woman became stronger and stronger and stronger. And then it even made it where y'all depended on the black woman. The white woman couldn't fight all the battles by herself to keep Mr. off of her. She would go to the black woman for help. And we would get out there with y'all. Now is your time to stand with us. And stand strong. Don't pull a stunt like you did and lie like you voted for VP Kamalaharris when you did not. Do the right thing, white woman. Get a spine. And stop letting your husband hit you in your behind. Because he want to be with a man. He be on Grindr. Stop it. So let's listen what Queen Nicole Collier has to say.
Texas State Representative Nicole Collier coming to you from the Texas House Chamber because the Republicans have locked me in here for the last 24 hours. Let me tell you, this all started 2 weeks ago when my fellow Democrats took a stand to object and oppose and resist Trump's Texas
hit the like button.
So I will
come on, hit that
fight
like button
and resist and stand against and defend our democracy.
I admire this
with our
queen.
Other fellow warriors.
She's beautiful.
In the Democratic Party. Thank you. Don't give up. Never give in.
We're not giving up, girl.
Hey, it's Texas State Representative Nicole Collier coming to you from the Texas House Chamber because the Republicans have locked me in here for the last 24 hours.
They kidnapped her.
Let me tell you,
listen, they locked her in there. That is kidnapped, hostage. Don't play in my face, white people. Don't do it. You racist white people. I'm not talking all because we have a lot of beautiful white people in this country. But I'm speaking to the MAGA Republicans because you don't like my skin tone, baby. And I don't like your man, little bitty pink. And I don't like when you got a flat butt and talking smack when you can't compete with this right here. God's natural beauty, the first people that was on this earth. Get in line. Bow down, bitches. So, old Dunny boy. He ain't lie about this, y'all. He ain't lie about this at all. And he lie all the time. But he didn't lie about this. So I was going to read it to you, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you, then I'm going to read it to you, okay? He don't tell the truth often. No. He get that from his pappy and his mama. His mammy and his pappy. They was liars like him, in my opinion. Because that's something that's taught. And he's a compulsive liar, so you know it was taught. So this is what I'm about to read to you. And he ain't lie, because, honey, he using it as a power tool. So, if I were to run, I would run as a Republican. They are the dumbest group of voters in the country. They believe anything on Fox News. I could lie and they would still eat it up. I bet my numbers would be terrific, said Donald Trump. That's what the flat pancake booties do. They go and run and vote for a man that think they're dumb. The dumbest group. That's what he said. And I just have to agree. Yes, God, I agree. Yeah, you ain't too bright if you voted for him. So let's listen to what Anonymous has to say because they trolled Donald Trump. The diaper Dunny.
This thing happened. If you don't know, Anonymous, America's favorite hacker group, our
hit the like button, please.
Anonymous got online and posted on, I believe this was on X, and they said, hey, at Grok, which Grok again is Elon Musk's AI.
Right.
Who is currently the biggest criminal in Washington, D.C. and is linked, partner, or associated with various traffickers, genociders. Is that a word?
Well, it is today.
Okay. Yeah. Organized crime, fraudsters, and Soviets or Soviet-adjacent individuals.
Croc took one guess.
Dude, Anonymous, way to set up the pitch, man.
Yeah.
Nick, what did Grok say?
Grok said, based on verified associations, Donald Trump fits with Epstein links, Tate Brothers aid, trafficking accusations, Russia ties, Soviet adjacent, fraud convictions, organized crime probes, and support for figures tied to alleged genocide.
I mean, yes.
The trolling.
And it's Elon's AI.
It's AI, for Christ's sakes. Yeah. It's the funniest shit ever. This has just been a wonderful morning of trolling, and I'm hoping it continues. Yeah.
But don't nobody troll better than our good old handsome Government Newsom. Nobody trolls Donald Trump better than him. Because, you know, it's nothing but against the party in the MAGA Republican Party. Ain't nothing but against the party. That's what it is in the MAGA Republican Party. Donald Trump got 34 felonies. Ain't nothing but against the party. He's the worst thug ever. Running around here with a dang on diaper on. They say you smell, Donnie. I can smell you through my phone when I see you. So, I got something to show you. It's a little replay, but it's a purpose behind this madness, okay?
Bullied as a kid, bullied other kids, grew up dirt poor, grew up filthy rich, but more recently established an authoritarian state. establishing an authoritarian state. Charged as a criminal in 2023. Charged as a criminal in 2023. Wants NATO eliminated. Undermining NATO. Didn't want tariffs. Didn't tariff Russia. Hates Voice of America. Dismantling Voice of America. Blames Ukraine for starting the war. Blamed Ukraine for starting the war. Wants Ukrainian land. Willing to give away Ukrainian land. Loves Putin. Apparently loves Putin too. Any questions? Bullied as a kid. Bullied other kids.
Trump can't help but to be a bully. His daddy was the same way. Tried to bully black people, didn't want them renting from him. Didn't matter if they had the money and the good credit. The white man said, no, I ain't renting to them ninjas. All right. So Trump is trying to bully his way to receive the Nobel Peace Prize. Dookie boy, sit your whack cosplaying black elf up makeup, the biggest hater of King Barack Obama. Yes, President Barack Obama has a Nobel Peace Prize, and he didn't bully anyone to get it. Piss pot Trump has been a bully all his funky life.
There's new reporting coming out of the Wall Street Journal and other places that in a conversation that Donald Trump had along with Scott Bessent and his trade representative with the foreign minister of Norway, the country that awards the Nobel Peace Prize through a 5-person committee, that on that call with Jen Stoltenberg, he actually raised the specter of being awarded the Nobel Peace Prize. At the same time, he dangled in front of Jen Stoltenberg a lower tariff rate matching the European Union of 15% if he played ball. That's where we're at now. If you like this update,
be sure to subscribe to Legal AF. Donald Trump likes to dangle a carrot. He's the only stupid rabbit running around, squirrel and a raccoon at the same time. So your threats against Norwegian, you can kick rocks and kiss their ASS. Because nobody has to give you anything. You haven't earned it, Donnie. President Barack Obama earned it. He's a Harvard graduate. Highly intelligent with a high IQ. Good genes, Lord Jesus. Good genes. Donnie come from bad genes and low IQ family. So does Melania Trump, low IQ. She lied like she graduated from a university. Girl, if you don't sit that flat booty down somewhere, we know better, girl. With all that Botox and work you had on your face and them big old fake boobies sitting up on your chest looking like they won't pop like a balloon. Donnie missed him too, girl. Give your husband some attention. Girl. So, tell him, DL, and I'm about to show you something with DL Hughley and Don Lennon. They had a thing at City Winery here in Atlanta, Georgia. And I'm about to show you something that DL had to say. Tell him, DL, easiest thing for the white race to do is to give a crime to a black face. And that is what they're doing to Nicole Collier. The only criminals should be removed from Washington, and that is Donald Trump, the MAGA Republicans. Marjorie Taylor Greene has said some MAGA Republicans have committed crimes that have been swept under a rug. Lock them up and throw away the key. Lock them up. Uh-oh, it's on mute. Sorry.
So they were holding the press conference the other day at the White House, and this dude said, "It's criminals. You don't have to leave, D.C. We're going to lock you up." Right. And I was like, well, you're a criminal.
Right. What the fuck are you talking about that you want to the easiest lock up criminals?
Come on, hit that like button, y'all.
Give crime a black face. When you're in trouble, when your economic policy is fluctuating, when your immigration policy isn't doing what it's supposed to do, when they won't release the Epstein list, always bet against black. Yeah. All you have to do is, and you don't have to prove anything about black, but you can just say they did it, and America will be inclined to believe it. And I think he's playing a very old, successful playbook where they distract us or the country by saying, "Look at them over there." And so, if you want to stop crime, you better start at the White House. So
It's that simple. Start with Donald Trump, the criminal in the White
They were
House.
holding the press conference the other day at the
Donnie,
White House, and this
you the criminal. You said you the baddest bee. Yeah, you the baddest bee, all right. Ain't getting on hard. Wife don't want you. You smell bad. It's been said you wear a diaper. You got cankles like an old grandma. Your butt wide from behind like an old grandma. Looking at you from behind is disgusting. Whew, I'm 51 and I got a body like a 20-something-year-old. I'm not wild like a grandma. I'm not even a grandma, but I got a daughter. You made like a grandma, Donnie, and it's disgusting to watch. And wear your makeup. Don't go without it no more, girl. So, I don't loathe Trump because he's a Republican. For me, this stopped being about politics a long time ago. I oppose him because he's a horrific human being, a pathological liar, one of the most corrupt individuals I've ever come across, a racist, and an embarrassment to this country. That is who Donald Trump is, and that is the voice from Occupy Democrats. Subscribe to their channel. More about Representative Nicole Collier. The Democrats are fighting for Nicole Collier to be released. She has been held hostage by Donald Trump, wheelchair thug, Governor Abbott, and the MAGA Republicans. She has been held hostage. That's kidnapping, white people. We're not in slavery. You don't own us. She could have used self-defense because she was kidnapped. She was amongst thugs. I don't see why she didn't, because the MAGA Republicans are thugs. Anybody kidnap somebody not of their will and not of their choice or consent, you a thug, MAGA. Abbott, you a thug in a wheelchair. A disabled thug. Oh, my God.
I'm against arresting any of the most prominent elected officials in this country. But if you're going to elect a prominent elected official, start with the one with 34 felony convictions. I think there's some difference of opinion here as to what Trump is trying to distract us from. But it's clear that that's what he's doing, and he can create so much inflammation in Los Angeles and then say, oh, well, now there's a riot that I've created. I think what he's trying to distract us from
Epstein.
is the most embarrassing big bromance blowout in history.
Him and
but more
Epstein.
importantly, the biggest amount of corruption since the privatization of the Soviet Union. The $400 million plan, the $300 million from Chinese interests into Trump coin, and the $2 billion from Abu Dhabi into his Trump stable coin. That we shouldn't be having this press
Ain't nothing
conference.
but a gangster party. Donald Trump and his
Showing
goonies.
you the levels of corruption that we've seen in the Trump administration. But Trump thinks he can win by tearing down the city of Los Angeles. Say I'm against.
Ain't nothing but a gangster party. Donald Trump and his goonies. The whole MAGA Republican Party are nothing but thugs. Tell me different. Donald Trump got 34 felonies. Ain't nothing but a gangster party.
Mío, Grok está arrastrando a Trump. Entonces, el grupo anónimo, ya sabes, el grupo activista.
Oh, sorry, y'all.
We have some major breaking news. Representative Nicole Collier from Texas has spent the night completely on the Texas State House floor because Texas Republicans won't let her leave without signing a permission slip to be escorted
She
out
a
of the Capitol
grown
by
ass woman. She ain't got to sign no permission
She
slip.
remains locked at this hour.
You white
in the
people ain't
Texas
doing
State
this. I don't
Capitol, where
respect
she
the
had
black
to spend
woman,
the
too.
night because Republicans demanded that all Texas Democrats who entered the State House floor sign this permission slip to
But
allow
the
law
white
enforcement to
racist
escort them
Republicans
around
don't
and
have
out of the
to.
building.
Kick rocks.
Now, a lot of people ask, well,
Suck
what about
a
the other Texas
eggplant.
Democrats? Did they sign the petition slip? I believe some did, but not all of them actually made it to the House floor just
I
yet.
wouldn't have
And so
signed
not
it.
all of them actually signed it. Representative Collier was on the House floor.
That's a form of bullying, telling the Democratic representatives they have to sign a permission slip. But yet you white men and women don't have to sign one. Kiss my big, beautiful ASS. While you running around here with a pancake. And old Dookie boy Trump has these stupid hats, 2028 red hats, that he just had to show Zelensky and Macron. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Donnie can't help but to brag, because he can't brag about having a great education. He brag about having great genes. When you look at Donald Trump, you can tell he does not come from good genes at all. He's the worst of the worst. Low IQ. These ugly hats. He just wanted to show them off, and I bet you they laughed at him. Nobody's impressed by that, Donnie. No one is impressed but people with a low IQ, and that's the MAGA Republicans. Low IQ. Let her out. This is kidnapping. The white man has kidnapped Representative Nicole Collier. This is kidnapping. What the white man has always done. All the way back from slavery. Kidnap black women. And take advantage of black women.
In the morning East Coast time right now. This story is taking place as I'm filming this video, and you need to help to get the word out. It is that important. Texas State Democrat Nicole Collier has been locked inside the Texas Capitol building by Republicans because she refused to sign a permission slip that would allow
the white
Texas
man think he got to put the black woman in her place.
Around everywhere. This is one of the craziest stories I've seen in politics. So you know how Texas Democrats fled the state to stop Republicans from cheating in 2026 with their redistricting effort? They're back now, and they're forcing Democrats to sign waivers to allow police to escort them around to make sure they don't leave the state again. And Representative Nicole Collier refused to sign that letter. She will not do it. She said, I refuse to sign away my dignity as a duly elected rep just so Republicans can control my movements and monitor me with police escorts. And the Republican Speaker of the House in Texas said that Democrats who had arrest warrants issued against them could not leave the chamber unless they agreed to specific conditions, one of those conditions being a police escort. For a while there was a live stream looking at Nicole.
Let me tell you what really just ticks me off about you MAGA Republicans and Donald Trump with your fat self. You, Donnie. Because they were white. J6ers, felons like you, was held to a different standard. But you lock a black woman up in a room. Your mind went back to where your great-great-grandfather was, how he used to take the black women, lock them in a room and take advantage of them. We ain't in 1960 and 1950. She would have had every right to F y'all up. Self-defense is what she should have used on you. Because if you put your hands on me, I'm going to take that thing and rip it off. I may pretend I'm going to give you something good on my knees and bite the MFR off. You will never be able to stick that thing anywhere else. You will stay off that grinder app too, because you'll have nothing to stick anywhere you fuck around with me. So we're going to listen to some of this Epstein stuff. Donnie, oh, don't think, Donnie, boy, that I was going to stop talking about you and Epstein. No, boy. There was a bromance. Some broke back mountain, in my opinion. Little drummer boy. Little thing in the pants. Oh, I heard it looked like a mushroom. So, Epstein files imminent as Trump implicated in shock video. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Danny, I would never stop talking about Epstein. I'm going to talk about it till you out of there. I'm going to talk about it till God knock you out and you don't ever wake up again. That's how long I'm going to talk about it. And when you're dead, I'm going to talk about it too. One moment.
Oh boy. Donald Trump is in big trouble because it just came out that the Epstein files are going to be released. People are going to see them. And on top of that, we all know that this is the one issue that he just can't get away from. He can't get away from it. And Republicans are demanding this.
Subscribe to Keith
that's why
Edwards
it's
on
become
YouTube
politically toxic
and
for
on
him.
Instagram.
And he thought doing this cute little recess early was going to make it go away, but it's not. And Donald Trump has now had to deal with the fact that Republicans in town halls all across the country are being asked about it. And that's why they're being released. And some Republicans aren't even having in-person town halls because they know it's so bad. This guy didn't have an in-person town hall. He had a tele-town hall because when you got an in-person town hall, then that's when folks get stuff like this.
Okay, next question. Why are you covering up the Epstein files?
That applause is so funny.
Let's be very clear. At the next pro forma session of the Congress, you'll find my name as a sponsor on a resolution from the House Rules Committee to release the Epstein files to protect the victims and not re-victimize
He's
them
lying.
again.
That's not his true feelings. He know he's going to get voted out of there. And now all you MAGA Republicans getting voted out of there, you better thank Trump for it. His pissy depends.
I am for the release of those records.
He's lying.
That man is like, he's got to listen to either one or two people. Donald Trump.
His daddy gonna get him.
Or his voters who are literally booing at him, saying, if you don't do this, we're going to take away your job. And look who he's
gonna get voted out of there. They're not gonna keep him.
One of the few times where it seems like Republicans actually listen to their constituents. And as I said, this fool right here had to tell a town hall about this and couldn't take the heat in person, so had to do it by phone. And here is his answer about Epstein.
My other question is about the Epstein files, about why Republicans are trying to block them from being released, and what are they so scared about, and why does the current president keep deflecting?
He's a wussy.
So, grand jury investigation that are, what's the right word? That are restrained first. As I told you, we just voted to subpoena Ghislaine Maxwell. I have requested the files. I have requested that the DOJ, and you can see the letter publicly, that the DOJ release the files. Not only that, that they also provide a special prosecutor for the Epstein circumstance, as well as other things, abuses of government, where information is being hidden from the American people, as well as releasing the files that are, what's the right word? That are restricted from the grand jury investigation.
All right, so he was also saying he wants to release the files. That's something he wants to do. Now, DeSantis was also yelled at about this.
Hey, what's up? Hey, stop.
He like a booger eater. He remind me when them kids in elementary school was eating boogers all through school years up to 12th grade.
Yeah,
He like a
Epstein
booger
stuff's
eater.
not going away, and now we're learning that Republicans have failed to move past it, and these files are going to get released. Here is some of the story. As I showed you, in Republican districts, lawmakers have continued to face questions about Epstein. The Justice Department, which ignored a Friday deadline from Senate Democrats and is set to miss another on Tuesday, which is tomorrow, to comply with a bipartisan subpoena to provide the materials to Congress, has yet to release anything. But that's about to change, because Representative James Comer, the Republican chairman of the House Oversight Committee, said that the Justice Department would begin sharing its Epstein records with his panel this Friday. He also suggested that the release of the documents would take some time, all but
So
ensuring...
they're going to release some of the documents this Friday, y'all. Because some of it got leaked anyway. Because, I had been showing y'all whatever I would find. So some of it got released anyway. So I'm looking forward to that. Be sure to subscribe to him. All right, all right, all right. So we're going to listen to our girl, Jasmine Crockett. Thank you, Queen Victorious One. Thank you for blessing me. All of you that send me super chat, super stickers, Venmos, PayPal, thank you. And I love all of you. I even love MAGA too. But they can't handle the truth. It ain't my fault. I'm not the one with the 34 felonies. I'm not the one that lied to you about the food prices. No, not me, not the beautiful one. I didn't lie to you. The ugly one, Donald Trump, lied to you. And he continued to lie to you. And you're so dumb, MAGA, you believe him. Your mama didn't raise you right, didn't teach you anything. You don't know better. We gotta come together. And that's how we beat the MAGA Republicans. Hit the like button, please. Tell them, sister. That's the only way it's going to work. That's the only way it's going to work. We got to come together. But you will not be locking me in a room. Because what's going to happen, I'm going to whoop you for my ancestors too. Not just me going to be whooping you. I'm going to whoop your ass for what has been done to the ancestors. I stand firm in that. You're not locking me in nobody's room. How y'all have done Nicole Collier. That's illegal. That is hostage. It is kidnapped, white men. We're not in slavery. So Newsom takes action to block efforts to steal the 2026 midterms. Because Donnie boy got plans to steal the election. All he know to do is steal. He'll get it from his pappy.
Baby, he said, you want 5, I'm going to give you 5. See, because Texas wanted to get cute, they thought they could redraw their congressional maps and themselves 5 shiny new Republican seats, and nobody would do shit. Nobody would do shit. Well, Gavin Newsom just walked out and said, oh, my kombucha. Because, see, that's what they drink in California. Newsom rolled out the Election Rigging Response Act, which honestly is one of the most honest names I have ever seen for a piece of legislation in my life. He's calling for a special election to be held November 4th, asking the people of California, the constituents, the voters, to vote on the decision to redistrict in an effort to counter the unethical actions of Greg Abbott and Donald J. Trump, President Donald J. Trump. We're putting the maps on the ballot and we're giving the power to the people. Now, that is how you fight fire with fire. Baby, he said, you want 5, I'm going to give you 5. See, because Texas wanted to get cute.
Texas. Honey, we're going to have ourselves a new president. A president with a nice body. physically fit man in good health, don't have cankles. Yeah, Donnie got cankles, swollen ankles, swollen knees, her whole body swollen. I'm going to call you Grandma Donnie, because when I look at you from behind, you made like an old lady. I'm 51 and I'm not even made like that. I still got this youthful body and all this youthful beauty that God has given me, Donnie. Too bad Melania don't have it. She wrinkled up and get Botox and all that fake stuff, and she still look a mess. Okay. So the Texas Republicans have locked Democratic Representative Nicole Collier in the State House chamber and refused to allow her to leave. That's kidnapping. They are requiring Democrats to sign permission slips and have a police escort in order to leave the chamber. And she refused to sign it. It's been over 24 hours. Soon to be going on 48 hours. And that queen said, hell no, we won't go. She letting y'all know, I'm not in slavery. I'm not a criminal. Donald Trump is the criminal of all criminals. She's not afraid. I salute her. I admire Representative Queen Mrs. Collier. And other black women, you need to as well. Even you white women. We have fought for you too. Do justice, as some of those white women have done, because I saw them in the chamber halls rooting for her to set her free. So Trump, you're a fat cheater, pumpkin booger eater.
You know why Donald Trump wants to ban voting machines? Today he posted about it in Truth Social. It's because Newsmax just agreed to pay $67 million to settle Dominion's defamation lawsuit for suggesting the 2020 election was stolen through the voting machines. That is the reason. Because this massive settlement proves he fucking lost. You want to know why Donald Trump wants to ban voting machines? Today he posted about it in Truth Social. It's because Newsmax just agreed to pay $67 million to settle Dominion's defamation lawsuit for suggesting the 2020 election was stolen through the voting machines. That is the reason. Because this massive settlement proves he fucking lost. You want to know why Donald Trump wants to ban voting machines today?
Donnie is little boy blue, come blow your horn to the sheeps and the cattle and the metals and the corn. You like child corn. That's what the mega Republican men like. They like child corn. PDF files. They got wives, but they don't want their wives. Some of them like to go look at black eggplant. They get on Grindr and look for some black men because they want to put their mouth and wrap their mouth all around that big juicy head and go to work. The MAGA Republican men, you're nasty. You're just nasty. Come out the closet. We could accept that. I don't have a problem with a man being gay. But you don't need to have a wife of a girlfriend if you're going to be sticking your ping in mud. I would like to make you a pie. Allow me to make you a pie, Donald Trump.
Did ask the DPS officer if I was free to leave, and I was told that I was not unless I
Thank
signed
you, Queen
the permission
Victorious
slip,
one.
that would allow a DPS officer, allow me to be released into the custody of a DPS officer. Every one of us have a right to resist peacefully, and when you see something that's wrong, you got to stand up to it. I mean, we've got to display some form of resistance, because if we don't, then we'll wake up and things will be.
They stole her joy. Look at her happy. That's what I'm talking about. You can't steal a black woman's joy. She got joy from God. Do you not see that woman's face? Thank you, Queen Victorious one. I love you, Queen. Thank you for blessing me. Do you not see that woman's face and the glory of God all over her? We got to be warriors for her. I'm a warrior for her. We got to stand with what's right. Fight for what's right. She's right, and the MAGA Republicans or wrong. They're racist amongst a black woman that has not committed a crime when Donald Trump is a criminal and you stand behind him. Get thee away, Satan. I rebuke you and tenfold everything returned to you. Everything you put amongst black people, it is returned to you tenfold. Curse thee. Wheelchair thug Abbott, tenfold. Trump and JD fancy pants, you have bitten off more than you can handle tenfold. Curse thee. Uh-oh, I'm sorry, I can't play music. So it says, this is what jdvance put out there, y'all. He said, the gerrymander in California is outrageous. I want to paint my toes pink. Of their 52 congressional districts, 9 of them are Republican. That means 17% of their delegation is Republican, when Republicans regularly win 40% of the vote in that state. How can this possibly be allowed? The same way you Republicans cheat all the time. You know, like Elon rigged the election. They said they rigged the election. He said it from his mouth. He said Elon knows those machines. Well, Gavin Newsom said, try it again, dum-dum. Most gerrymandering states in 2025. Yes, read it. He called jdvance. He said, try it again, dum-dum. Dum-dum. You know, jdvance like to buy those dum-dum suckers, you know, because he got to put something in that mouth to make them feel good. Yeah. He like to suck on dum-dums, you know. You move it in and out your mouth. Suction cup. jdvance. And Donnie, something about white men, they even the ones that got wives and all that, they want to taste something they can stick in and out their mouth. I don't know what happened to them, but they been this way. I haven't met a white man yet that ain't that way. And if you're not that way in my chat, I apologize to you. But most of the white men I have met, they be married, girlfriends, whatever. They like to suck on something. And they like to suck on a black man. I don't know what happened to him. I don't know what happened to him. Just come out the closet. Don't be with a woman if you really want a man. That's not fair to any woman to have to live with you and you don't want her. You're wasting the time that God has given her. Because, you know, women, honey, y'all age like buttermilk. You ever looked at old milk and it's got that cloud over and it's wrinkled? Honey, she ain't got time to waste on you. You don't really want her. Just come out the closet and you can suck all the eggplant you want. Grinder. So today, as I've shown you earlier, that the women that got arrested, they got out today. So this is before they got out. Uh-oh, it's on mute, sorry.
You all are under arrest for trespassing with capitals closed and will be issued a criminal trespass warning effective 3
See, these white men get off on harassing women. What they did was not worth being arrested for. They out there protesting. And the white man said, women, shut up. So the white man put you on notice, women. The same way they want to strip us of our votes. But you know what? I'd never get married because you ain't taking my vote. That is the plan of Project 2025 and Donald J. Trump. The pissy depends. They want to take your vote, women. And what does that white man say? You can't come back. You're not allowed back on this property. You're not allowed to get any PUSSY. The whole time you want some eggplant. See, even back in slavery days, the white man had a wife in his plantation home, the pretty home. But he would go out there while the black man out there working. Have him and his boys. Buck him. Then go home to his wife. And lay in the bed with his wife. Just after he done took advantage of a black man. With a gun and his boys. They all had wives. Just nasty. You try that shit today. You get your brains boomed. Boom, boom, boom. Pow, pow, baby. Whew. Okay. This is something I think is so ridiculous that Texas is doing. It is shameful what they're doing. Texas will start suspending students who are homeless or from unstable homes in September. Texas, what's wrong with you? Y'all ain't getting, either you ain't getting enough coochie or booty. Something ain't right. These men are just miserable in Texas. Abbott, you can't do nothing. You're in a chair and it ain't working. So what you doing? They lifting you up, laying on the bed and getting that bussy? Why bother the homeless people? I don't understand him and Donald Trump. The white man got a problem with homeless people. What if God take your home? What if God take your home or you put your loved ones out on the street? Something needs to happen where you can feel people's, have some empathy. You need to feel their pain, Donald Trump. And you're hollering about going to hell. You definitely going to hell. I'm not going to say all the MAGA Republicans are going to hell, but Donnie boy, you're a reprobated mind. Look it up, because you know you don't know what a reprobated mind is. You're dumb. You got low IQ, boy, and bad genes.
This is the kind of bullshit that's happening right now in the Texas legislature. Dustin Burrows has locked up Nicole Collier because she won't sign some bullshit permission slip to be followed around by a DPS escort. That's a cop following around for the next 3 weeks to make sure that she comes in and votes for this bullshit Donald Trump redistricting bill. What's going on in Texas is absolutely
illegal.
100% wrong. And locking up members of the legislature because they won't sign your bullshit document, it's just wrong. It's wrong. We need more people up here fighting. We need more people up here fighting alongside State Representative Nicole Collier, who's doing this protest because she must, and we all must. We must fight against Donald Trump and all of this madness that's happening in this country, and fight against his constant grab for power in the United States.
Yeah, it's definitely a grab for power. It's a grab for power. Because Donnie can't grab nothing else. He can't grab nothing down there because his stomach too fat to reach over. And it's small. So you got to grab for power. That's all y'all can do, MAGA white men. It's like this and this. You're pitiful. Because you're pitiful, you like to go get mud on your stick. And then you take that infection home to your wife because you're nasty. Then y'all say y'all don't want people getting abortions. A lot of you cheat on your wives. And then you take your gal to get one. You're liars. You MAGA white Republican men, you're liars. And the truth ain't in you. You never seen the truth, boy. You're just like your daddy.
Hey y'all, so I know it's late, but I did not want y'all to think that I wasn't weighing in and you could see my face. So number one, busy day for your girl. We deposed Bill Barr today as it relates to the Epstein files. Obviously, y'all know before politics, it was practicing law. So I absolutely had to be in that room, not to mention I miss practicing law. And it is definitely a different challenge when you have an opportunity to depose, say, the former Attorney General, who's been Attorney General twice for this country. So having
I love Jasmine Crockett. This queen is amazing. She's smart. She's beautiful. High IQ. Come from good genes.
Some of those questions, those burning questions that I knew that the country was thirsting for out. So really busy day for me. We are technically on recess. Recess started allegedly at the beginning of August, which means that we're not necessarily off work, but we're not working in DC. But yes, I had to return to DC so that I could do that on behalf of the American people and make sure that I fully exercise my oversight duties. That's number one. But I gotta get to this other stuff because I was just explaining to y'all why I've been somewhat tied up. Texas. So all of the races feel away when you call them exactly what they are.
Yep.
When you say, oh, you guys
I'm not a racist. Yes, you are.
You guys are trying to implement racist practices with these racist maps, right? So, people getting their feelings, oh, how dare you? It's like, bro, I get that you took your hood off, but your hood is still there. Like, we see it. Like, we see it. We know what we see, okay? So the fact that you have the audacity to hold not only a fully elected, duly elected sitting member of the House whose constituents are not concerned and telling her, you know, guess what, you need to go back and you need to make sure you're back and make sure you pass those maps by any means necessary. That's actually why we have elections.
And that's
so
bullying.
If for some reason she wasn't living up to what it was that the people in her district wanted her to do, they could vote her out. But they don't really like consequences for their actions. So they basically are just doing whatever they want to do. Like, our democracy is crumbling before our eyes. And the Texas House has always been, like, problematic. It only gets worse and worse and worse, like, with every passing year. But the fact that Nicole Collier is sitting there on the floor because she refused to basically say, I'm good with being in the custody of DPS and them babysitting me, because as
she a
y'all
grown
saw, they
ass
had
woman.
no enforcement mechanism whatsoever. And about those warrants, just so y'all understand, because I don't know if anybody laid this out, but those warrants expired at the end of the last special session. So when they signed those civil warrants, they are only good for whatever session they are signed for. So no warrants are in place, which is why they are trying to do this, because they don't have any valid warrants out for them, and the quorum would have to be broken before they could issue warrants again. So I just want y'all to understand that process. That is why they're trying to do it this way, because they have no way of actually keeping them from breaking quorum again. That's number one. Number two, it's my understanding that they have some more maps that are even worse. Can you imagine that? They somehow figured out how to make it worse, right? So supposedly,
And you know what? Newsom gonna make it worse for
there's been
them.
a lot of conversation about whether or not they should have returned, whether or not they should
wheelchair thug Abbott. You trying to make it worse, but let me tell you, handsome Newsom, and you not handsome. Dunny's not handsome. A vast majority of those white, mediocre men, they not handsome, no. And they have small peens. Let me tell you something, boy. Abbott, come here. The one ain't getting none. That's probably getting his pussy blowed out right now. Let that black woman go. Don't be holding it against her that you miserable because you're in a chair. You can't get up. It can't get up. You take that up with God. But you're holding it against a black woman because you're angered. You just can't get past the greatness of a black woman. And you're mad because you fantasize about a black woman, but she wouldn't give you none. Get over yourself and release that black woman. Or the ancestors going to hunt you down tonight in your sleep. Bite it off in your sleep. Make you miserable in your sleep all your days of misery. You're never going to get out the chair and you can't get it up. Let that black woman go. We are not in slavery. You don't own us. Donald Trump, you don't own us. You hear me, boy? Bussy boy, you don't own black people.
Hey fam, I'm here on the floor of the Capitol because I am not free to leave. But I hear you. I hear you cheering, let her out. And I so appreciate it because I know you're tired, you're fed up, just like me. And so I appreciate you taking a stand. Continue to resist. We don't have to take the bullies, we don't have to let them push us over. We can stand up against them. I'm drawing the line in the sand, and I'm glad that you are. Continue to resist and let them know that you won't back down and that you demand fair representation and fair maps. Thank you for standing in solidarity.
We're going to stand in solidarity with Representative Nicole Collier. Do what you need to do. This really hurts me what they're doing to a black woman. I'm a black woman. I'm telling you, and I tell them in their faces, you put your hands on me, you're going to regret it. I would not have let them lock me in there. It wouldn't have worked. That's illegal what they're doing. They know it's illegal, but the white man think he doesn't have to follow any rules. Because their leader, the MAGA demon, Donald Trump, Makes them think they're untouchable, that the white man can do whatever he want to do. See, that's that little ding-a-ling thing. Little man syndrome, little dick syndrome. That's what it is. Why he eat dicks. How it tastes, Donnie. You know those sausages? Y'all remember those sausages they call dicks? Dick's Sports Store? Oh, Donnie, you a sport. I heard you the best head out there. Such a sport. You can suck the head off a golf ball. Such a sport. Let's go to Dick's Sports Store, y'all. Let her go. Let her out of there, Abbott. Tonight, when you shut your eyes, you're going to regret what you're doing to this black woman. Because the ancestors going to ride your back. You fantasize about having a good time with a black person, you're going to regret you ever fantasized that. Get them.
Right now, a Texas lawmaker is locked inside the state capitol, and she cannot leave. Here's why this matters. I'm Eliza Orland's career public defender for 15 years in Manhattan. Meet Nicole Collier, a Democratic state representative from Fort Worth, Texas. Today, when the Texas House session ended, she didn't go home because she can't. In order to leave, she'd have to sign a permission slip agreeing to be followed around by state police
like a kid,
24/7 police surveillance,
like she in a prison
until Wednesday when they
she's not a criminal.
Her response, I refuse to sign away my dignity. This all started 2 weeks ago when the Texas Democrats left the state in order to stop Republicans from redrawing congressional maps to gerrymander and flip 5 seats red. So these Democrats broke quorum, and now they're back, and House Speaker Dustin Burrows is requiring police escorts for anyone who left. He's saying it's procedure, but these DPS officers were only really going to be able to find people, and now everyone knows where they are. They're back in the state, and so this is punishment disguised as procedure. But Collier is sitting alone in that chamber as Republicans are moving forward with redistricting and trying to steal these 5 seats to control Congress. This vote could happen on Wednesday. And Nicole Collier's protest is political imprisonment. And don't let anyone lie to you or gaslight you and tell you that she is choosing to stay. It is not a choice when they tell you you're going to be under 24/7 police surveillance when you haven't done anything wrong. She is a principled defender of democracy.
I'm going to have to really pray hard tonight. Because, honey, I let loose tonight. Yes, I did. I don't regret it. But I know it's full of sin, a lot of things I said. But it's the truth. The white man can't handle the truth. And he don't want to hear it. Like Donnie, anytime somebody telling him the truth, when he lies, like when he does those interviews and they correcting him, he can't handle the truth. He poops on himself because somebody tells the truth. In my opinion, watch his face. Or he passes gas. Every time he at that podium, and watch the people's face. When they standing near Donnie, they have to move away. They start making faces. Donnie, you smell. Do something about it. Maybe Melania lay in the bed with you instead of standing at Mar-a-Lago, either the condo, the suite in New York. Maybe she'll come lay with you. Elon is not there anymore. Nobody want to lay with you, you demon.
Now we know what they were talking about. This is why Trump had members of the military on their knees rolling out a red carpet. Why Trump flew like 5,000 miles from his house to meet him. And this is why Trump extracted 0 major concessions on Ukraine. He doesn't give a shit about Ukraine, and he doesn't give a shit about foreign policy. It's always me, me, me. It's all because Trump wanted election advice. Timu tweeted this morning. I am going to lead a movement to get rid of mail-in ballots and also blah, blah, blah. Very expensive, seriously controversial voting machines. As we should have guessed, this all comes down to Trump and power, because Putin has figured out a way to destroy elections in Russia, and now Trump wants that for us. And I gotta say, for a guy who posts shockingly stupid shit all of the time, this part blew my mind. Remember, the states are merely an agent for the federal government in counting and tabulating the votes. They must do what the federal government, as represented by the president, tells them for the good of the country to do. I know this will be news.
And the good of the country to Trump is to let him win when he doesn't deserve to.
Putin for advice, because Putin successfully pushed through a constitutional amendment in Russia, which eliminated term limits. Not that any of the laws in Russia actually matter, because Putin's allegedly been elected over and over and over with more than 70 or 80% of the vote. Now that every major election monitoring organization in Russia has been deleted, and now that every major critic of Putin has found themselves on the wrong side of a bottle of poison. But here's the thing, MAGAs. Putin doesn't like Trump, and he doesn't like you. What Putin wants is the destruction of the United States. And now he's been given the amazing gift and opportunity of having the dumbest and most gullible motherfucker on the face of the earth elected to president of the country he wants to destroy. But I'm telling you right now.
Hold on, y'all. That was my hair. I thought something was crawling on me. My hair. I felt my hair moving around down my back. Oh, God, that scared me.
But I believe the American system is stronger than Putin and Russia. And I believe Americans are smarter and stronger than MAGA voters and Donald Trump. I believe the courts will shut down whatever bullshit Trump tries to pull. I believe states will fight to retain control of their own elections. And I believe when it comes down to it, that when we successfully hold 2026 and 2028 elections, Americans will finish the process of rejecting Project 2025, and we will throw Trump, Vance, and the rest of his corrupt administration to the fucking curb. Okay,
in the trash. We would throw them in the trash. That's what I feel. That's what we got to do. Trailer park trash. You got to go. So Trump yesterday put maximum pressure on Zelensky to surrender crime Donbas territories to Russia. See, Putin wants their land. And Zelensky is not a weak man. See, Donnie, Putin, I would say you're a strong man. You're dangerous, but you're a strong man. You're a war criminal, and that's not good. Donnie is a dummy, uneducated. Dumb as a bag of rocks, low IQ, bad genes. Well, Zelensky is a good-hearted man. He want to do what's right for his country. Well, Donnie want him to give his land up. That's how they used to do the slaves back then. When they was given land foundly, the white man come and take it, burn, flood, whatever they had to do, the greedy white man would do it. So the greedy white man, Putin, want to take Zelensky land. And Trump was telling Zelensky to hand it over to Putin. And Donnie ain't nothing but a do-boy for Putin because he's scared of Putin. What Putin got on you, boy? Do he got photos of you bent over getting that bussy blowed out? Do he? Inquiring minds want to know, boy. Is your mouth wrapped around something shouldn't be wrapped around, Donnie? What do Putin have on you?
I want a ceasefire. I don't want a ceasefire. I want to go, and I wanted this. Look, if you could get a ceasefire right now,
Donnie, you don't scare nobody with that bad breath.
Flying and your men stop getting killed.
Of course, we want to.
He's trying to bully this young man.
But I said to you, I want a ceasefire because you get a ceasefire faster than an agreement.
Ask our people about.
Donnie want to be able to say he stopped the war and get a Nobel Peace Prize.
Are you willing to give up Ukrainian territory?
He's not.
For those security guarantees.
Don't.
We judicially we can't give any our territory. I mean, this is the problem of ceasefire, by the way, like it was after 2014 occupation of Russia.
Donnie think because he's older than this man, he can treat him and talk to him any kind of way.
We want peace, and of course, it will be the period when ceasefire will come, of course. But when you are ready for ceasefire, you have to know what will be tomorrow. What will be the day after tomorrow? And if you have ceasefire, what security guarantees? What guarantees you have?
It's no guarantee, because what did Putin do? What did Putin do when he left here? When he left Alaska and went back, boom! Is that what he did to Ukraine? And Donnie want this man to bow down to the Russian that is a war criminal. Donnie, shut your mouth. I don't understand why you people put him in that Oval Office. But what it is, the racism in you did it. Because you're racist, it led you to vote for that monster, Donald J. Trump. And I'm going to close it on that. But let me find something positive to play for y'all. Because I like to give a little motivation up in here. Get the people what they want and what they need. Monday through Friday, I give you what you want and what you need, baby, when you come over here. One moment, please. Just a moment. Thank y'all for hanging in there with me late. I will be going later in the evening. I go live later in the evening. And I won't give a specific set time because I learned when I give a specific set time, the trolls, they schedule. Whoever be doing it, they schedule the trolls to come in. If I say 5 o'clock every day, what happens? The trolls come in at 5 o'clock every day. So I will not be doing it anymore. You got to fight fire with fire. They don't know when I'm going to go live. I may go live at 2 o'clock tomorrow. May go live at 5 o'clock. May go live at 7 o'clock. May go live at 9 o'clock. Whatever I want to do. One moment, please. Just a moment.
You were the strong one way too early. You didn't grow up. You braced. Because life didn't give you time to bloom. It asked you to survive. You were the strong one way too early. You were the responsible one. The emotional sponge. The kid that knew how to read the room better than play in it. You learned to carry what wasn't yours. To soothe people who scared you. To parent while still being a child. And now you're wondering why rest feels unsafe. Why softness makes you flinch. Why you don't know how to need without shame. But none of that is your fault. You adapted. You armored up. You made it. But listen, the strong version of you, it isn't the last of the story. There is still a soft version, a real version, and they're not gone, just waiting for permission. So let them come home. And I hope that helps.
I hope that helps too. I love that. If you're ever feeling down, go over to, let me tell you his TikTok, Steve Wright Counseling. STEVE Wright Counseling. Check him out. You won't regret it. His motivational stuff is amazing. I love listening to him. And that's why I play it for y'all. Because we need to be uplifted in this time more than anything. Right now, while they're trying to suppress us, the American people. Yes, us. All of us. Every color, every race, every color of the rainbow. Diversity is in America. Lift up someone. Let them know you love them. Tell someone you love them daily. If you can, multiple times. Let somebody know you love them. Because love is so needed right now. More than anything. Because when you come over here, I give you all the loving you need. I give you what you want. I give you what you need, baby. I love you guys. Get some sleep. Put in a big prayer for me. And I will be praying for you. You have a prosperous day tomorrow, okay? I love you, Victorious One. I love you, Kingless One. I love you, Queen Victorious One. I love you, King Allen. I love all of y'all in my chat. I love you. Okay? Get some sleep. Goodbye.